Another stream. Right. Yeah. Today we are going to do some, small time gambling. Oh, yeah, it's not really even gambling. It's just, seeing if we can get something out of it. We got 13 Watcher's Eyes that are from Elder and 4 from Uber Elder. We have just, random things we can corrupt. This is just random loot that I got throughout the farming that I did. And yeah, I mean, we're also gonna do the feared. I actually have an invitation right here. Where is it? It is right here. Yep. So 119 feared. We're gonna see if I can even do it. Right. I mean, it's possible I cannot, but we'll see. We'll see if I can do this feared. It's already set up. I think I almost have another feared. Oh, getting ready because I did manage to get a Cortex from Tujin, and like I'm close to another one of these. And let's see, general. I'm only missing one mortal fragment, and from Uber Elder, I'm missing one of each. But I've also got a few maps. Right, I just need one map here. I can try to trade these for the 2 other maps. They'll give me the other 2 fragments, maybe another Elder Eye and Uber Elder Eye, but uh, that'll be a far later time. That'll just be a random thing that I might do later. And then, yeah, I mean, that's what we're gonna do today. So we are gonna start off with the feared, okay? And we'll talk about like the difficulties here and like all the big issues that come with this. So the feared, the one we have rolled, is actually not one of the harder ones that, at least mod-wise, that I've seen, because all the bosses don't spawn at once, and this kind of helps us. We got just a few minutes, well, not even minutes, it's literally like I think 30 seconds, even less, where we have the only 2 bosses on the map, and we can kind of just force them to go down. Now these mods are pretty dangerous, right? This is uh, minus 10 max player res and elemental weakness. They're not great together. More monster life is never good. Avoiding elemental ailments, typically a bad mod, but for us, we don't do elemental ailments, so we're okay. Generally speaking, I mean, we do chill and shock with our skitter bots, but they're just constantly doing that, so as long as it's not 100%, they will eventually do it. Monster Fight 2 are just projectiles, terrible. There's Shaper, or there's Elder, there is Synthesized Boss, bunch of them. Cannot be stunned, not a big deal. I don't think I was going to even stun them at all. Monsters deal physical as lightning. This is terrible considering the other 2 mods, right? Make us pretty weak to elemental damage. So even if they just deal physical, we're gonna probably hurt from that. They get an endurance charge on hit. Not great. It gives them more physical endurance and impale with attacks. I don't know if this is going to be an issue or not, but we'll see. Now let's talk about the monsters in the fight. In there, you're going to have Elder and Shaper, and it's not the Uber Elder stats. It will be regular Elder stats and regular Shaper stats. Right? This is kind of connected to the drop. So some of the Watcher's Eyes I got was from the Feared, but they always drop item level 85, which probably means that's monster level 85, like, or 83, right? That's the one it is. So it's never gonna give you the 86, right? So essentially, it's also scaled monsters, like the monsters themselves are down. Cortex, right? I mean, everybody. It's not the hulking robot kind of one. It's the actual Cortex. I don't know, magician or whatever you want to call him. Kind of looks like. Then Chayula. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. And Uber Edziri. He's probably the most annoying one here. Though I gotta say, Cortex is probably the most deadly. So with these mods, Shaper and Maven Clone will also be a problem. Now, in case you don't know, we are playing Seismic Trap, right? And yes, I know you probably came here for the gamble, but you're gonna have to watch this real quick if you want. Just skip ahead somewhere ahead. It shouldn't be too long of a video. I either die 6 times or I succeed, and I might try to sell it just to show how you can kind of sell these things, right? Because a lot of people can't do them, and well, if you can, then you can get some money out of it. Not including obviously, it will give you more quant and rarity bonus in the map, which not bad. Now I'm hoping I don't lag. I've been having some issues with that, so hopefully it's not going to be a problem. You see, we have all 5 done right there, right? Our tree is kind of spec towards Maven because we were just running this over and over, so we got these 2. I don't think this really affects the beard because I haven't really noticed any of the unique drops be higher level. Now I've noticed regular drops be higher, but I think that's where that affected. But obviously more splinters gives us a full Maven orb. Then this gives us a chance for orbs of conflict to be duplicated and for support gems to drop. These mods I'm keeping on just in case they do affect. I mean, there's really only one that will affect it. It's this one, right? If a unique drops, for it to have 3 synthesized, and obviously we have this in case the Elder drops a Watcher's Eye in there, right? Because it should affect it because this is an Elder. It does not have to be within those maps. Now, let's just start. Let's see how this goes. So for the feared, we are a seismic trap, so we kind of want to pre-stack as much as we can, but we don't know which ones of these are going to spawn. Right? I think this is Elder. I mean, it's sometimes hard to tell. At least for me, this one could be Shaper or Cortex. Right? This is Adziri. That one's easy. Shaper or Cortex. I think that might be Cortex. His robe is kind of weird looking, and this is obviously Chayula. So I'm typically just going to drop 1 trap over here, and then we'll fight. I might go a little bit silent on here just because I might have to focus. This is a pretty rough map. Okay. Drop 1. Then wait. There we go, Elder. Chayula. Not great, but we got 1 down. Now there's Shaper over here. I'm going to try to kill 1. Ooh. Nope. Got caught. I saw there's a clone here, which is actually not good for us, but Cortex is not up yet. So we got a moment. So that's 1 death. We'll put it in. As you saw, I just kind of focused on Elder really, really hard just so that he goes down. Chayula is a bit annoying, but we do have some Chaos Res, as you can see. 44, right? So we're okay, generally speaking. Shaper is going to be the most annoying right now because of the clone. There we go. We just basically need to keep him here. Yeah, oh, nice. Let's see who's left. Oh, it looks like it's just Cortex. I think we can sell this. Let's get him down on just a little bit. Just so that, Oh, that's fine. Alright, so we died twice. And now I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to try to show you how to sell it. So it mostly just involves TFT. I think we're just going to sell 1 spot, right? Just so that it's a little bit quicker. Not including, this is still a pretty rigged map. That's 2 deaths. We have 4 portals. We do 2 people. Yeah, I guess we could still do it, right? If I die, I can come back. So, well, we'll see how much attention we get to it. But yeah, so we'll go to TFT, and then on there's a section that has, for challenges, right? Since this is a challenge, we're going to sell it for, I think at the moment it sells for 2x. So we're just going to write the feared, my loot, obviously, right? We don't want that. And then 2x, let's put 2 spots, but that's only if, they message quick, because otherwise we'll just finish it fine. Right. I've only sold actually a very few, which is a little bit unfortunate because I could have sold more of them. Right. I kept killing them all, and then I realized, wait, this is sellable, right? This is true for any of the big challenges, right? Anything for Void Stone is probably sellable, especially the earlier you can do it, the more you can sell it for. So the fear goes for a 2x, just for a spot, just so you can get that completion. It's usually just, to get up to 36. One of the easier ones. It's just quick. You get it done. Uh, let's actually see if he can come over here so I can see if Maven's healing him. Whatever, we'll see in a second. Yep. He's like just out of range. No, is that even him? No, where'd he go? Or is that him? I mean, I guess, yeah, whatever. It's not important. But yeah, you can sell that. You can sell Uber Elder because of the Void Stones. You can sell Maven because, again, Void Stones. I could sell Katarina Mastermind. It's a challenge. So anything that's a challenge, or for the Atlas, or for the Void Stones, you can sell, right? And depending on the league and the meta, certain things are going to be harder. Early on, there's less people that can do it, but at the same time, you're going to have less people that want to buy it, right? Generally speaking, because number one, it's very expensive, right, to get it done. Number two, eventually, most people are going to try it by themselves, right? So this would be the best way to kind of do it. And so we're just going to give it maybe 3 more minutes. Obviously, if you're watching this at home on YouTube, right, because all this is going to go to YouTube, just skip ahead, right? I have no idea how many stack decks we have, but we do have some watcher size to unveil. I'm hoping that there's something. Technically, that's not what you want to do. If you have watcher's eyes, particularly the elder ones, it's almost always worth selling them because the chances of them being good is very low. The same can technically be true about Uber Elder Eye. They are worth more, and that's because there's higher chance that they could roll something good. Because 3 mods, number one, if you hit all 3 mods, you can get something really crazy. But even if you hit two, now you have a higher chance of hitting two because of the third mod. So if you hit a brick first one, you're still good, right? But even there, you might want to just sell them, right? I actually got some incredible luck, to be honest, with the elders. I had what was it, 9 or yeah, 9, I think it was 9 Watcher's Eyes that dropped in 16 maps, or was it 10? I think it was 10 or 9, like more than half easily. So I had more than half of the elders that I ran drop a Watcher's Eye, which was ridiculous, right? So all the ones extra that you have, that you saw that I have, I think up to 13, that was just from the Feared. I dropped, I think, 2, 3 from the Feared, and I did 10 Feareds, right? I don't know how common it is of a drop, but it can drop from the Feared, right? Anything that drops from the bosses can drop from there. So selling the Feared right now might be a little bit difficult, most because most people already got it, right? There are still some people that are selling it, which might also be like lowering the amount of people that need it. But it's worth it for us, right? Because though, at least when I calculated this, it would cost you, if you were just talking about all 5 of the prerequisites for the Feared, including the Feared Invitation, but that's super cheap. It would cost you about 4x, right? Roughly. Give or take, it could be obviously less, it could be more. But generally speaking, the average was 4x. Now, this technically goes down to 2x, roughly, right? Because the Uber Elder, I got myself. I had the maps. Now you could say that I could have just sold that for currency, so that technically I have to involve that. But the currency for maps, right? Each map is like 10C. So that's what? That's 10 maps for one run of a Shaper, right? Oh no, that's 4. 4. I'm messing myself up. 4 maps for one run of the Shaper. 4 maps for one run of the Elder. Oh, he's right here. Okay, so he's not healed. Okay, that's actually very nice that he's not healed. Makes it even easier to sell. But yeah, so that's 8 maps just to get the basic ones, and then for the Uber Elder, that would be another 8, right? Because then Shaper and Elder drop a fragment for Uber Elder, but you need 2 from each, so that's 16. At 10, that's 160C, which is an X and something. But the fragments are obviously more expensive, especially the Shaper ones, right? And the Elder ones are also a little bit more expensive, so 8 would bring that up to 2 Exalts, right? But I don't even count that typically, just because it's things that I wasn't planning to sell. Alright, so as you can see, somebody wants my Cortex, but I'm not going to sell it just yet. Actually, no, I can sell it. The reason I want to sell it is because I'm going to buy another Cortex. It's kind of weird to do this way because like why don't you just run it? But it's because of the mods here. I got literally the base rolls like 3-4. I'm pretty sure this guy's just buying it just because it's like recent. But I kind of want the max ones. So we're gonna give it just a little bit of time. Turn on all this, and edit. We got 2 deaths in there. 20 push-ups. Still manageable. Hopefully somebody whispers us. We just really are just like what, one person. So like I said, ready to kill. For me, if I could just cover the other costs, because the Cortexes I was buying. There's no, I mean, you could technically farm them, but I wasn't farming them. I did have a few, but I did not have 10. Right, that was just not the amount of Cortexes I had. So I just bought them. Right, I was buying them with the high rolls just to see if I got some lucky stuff. Not really lucky. I did manage to get a little bit of luck early on, as you might have seen from the rewards already. I actually have 2 bottle face. Only one of them dropped in 10 Cortexes. This one dropped from the feared. Or is it this one? I don't know. One or the other dropped from the feared. Which means that the odds of the flask, I think, is like 1 in 6 or 1 in 7. And I got 1 flask in 10. And the other flask I got from the feared. So 1 in 5, kind of not a bad ratio considering that I think they sell for 6.5 at Cortex being under 2x. Cortex is technically like 1.8. It's not too bad. Here, I'm actually going to lower the price and see if anybody... Oh, I didn't even write exalts. Wow, that's my bad. I wrote 2x. There you go. 2 exalts. We'll give a minute. Let's check out how much we got of everything. We got 298 stacked decks. Right, we're gonna open them and just gonna burn our hands. Then Gwen, we don't have a lot, but I have no use for that. I have 302 Astragalis. We'll run them. Usually, if it's 300, typically if it's even 1,000, you'd still want to sell them because that just exalts in your pocket. Like 300 of these is 10 exalts, something like that. But we're trying to gamble it. Okay, so let's talk about the feared, right? That wasn't actually too bad. The projectiles were a bit of a problem with Shaper. He kind of caught us with his clone, right? He did it one side, and then I kind of had to jump toward Shaper, and I was hoping to go through him before he did the beam, but no, it didn't work out. So he killed us there. As for the second death, that was just kind of my fault. I died a little bit too early. I knew I was gonna die just so that I can stay dead, at least for a little bit, but it's just not quite what happened. He just killed me a little bit early. I was standing in that circle. I don't think I'm gonna die easily, but I should. I do want that extra portal. Yeah, let's drop the price just so we can see. Because I'm not. I'm in the middle of streaming. There we go. Somebody quickly buys it. There we go. Just 1x. That's more than enough. And then, yep, the last minute. So when this hits, what, 59-ish, we'll go. Typically, selling the feared I think would be best almost exactly mid-league, maybe just a little bit earlier. There are obviously people doing it way earlier, and it's fine, but I think the amount of people that want it start to pop up a lot more right off the bat. Like in mid-league, they're like, oh, we just gotta knock out 40-40, which this league was actually pretty easy. I ended up getting them. I'm not sure what this effect is, but I do have to wait. The effect is very hard to see. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but yeah, we got that. Okay, 8, almost to the 9. Then we'll just kill it. And I bet you it always happens where as soon as I go in to kill it, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, do you still have it?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no." I killed him easily, very fast. But this is kind of how I did the fear. This build was up to that point. I'm not exactly sure how much damage my traps was. The last time I checked, it was like 15 million. You know, it's not a lot, but it's not a little. The cool thing about traps is mostly because that you don't have to both attack and evade. I can throw these and then evade. Right. In fact, I actually had an expedition logbook that I used way too much. I ended up not being able to do the boss of it, but it's mostly because I just didn't want to take the time. It was just taking too long. Like the first wave of it was just taking forever. Like it took 30 minutes to just get through the first, and this was the Knights of the Sun boss, so he has like 3 phases, and it was just no. And I wasn't having it. I was just like, whatever, forget it. He had like 100% spell block, 10% increase block. Then obviously he had max res, reductions, bleeds, poisons. I was just like, if I just never let him hit me, it was fine, and I can kind of do it, but it just takes forever, even with traps. Like I would just kept throwing it down, and it was kept hurting him, but it was just not going through it. I think expedition is the hardest. Yeah, so it looks like nobody showed up. So yeah, let's just keep going. Right, we don't want this video to take forever. So as you see, I'm in grace period. It's kind of important to know. Most people typically just start moving, and that's usually why they die. You have this grace period in all these major fights. You should use it, right? Like you see this black part. I can see it's here. I can see it's here. I can look at the map. If there's unfavorable stuff happening, like an explosion, right? You just wait it out, right? You just wait it out, let it finish, let it do your job. As soon as you see an opening, because they'll also move around, like you see, Cortex moving. Maybe you can wait for him to get closer or further, whatever the case is. Like, there's tons of things you can do with this grace period. Right, so this is, we're going to start, and we jump out of it. And then for a Cortex, it's actually very easy to fight him. You just have to kind of just keep circling him. So never let him really look at you. Alright, so let's see what we dropped. Oh, I forgot to. Oh no, it's a loot filter. Okay, I forgot to change my loot filter, didn't I? Yes, I did. I was thinking, why was it? There you go. Nothing impressive. We keep getting weird Terminator sword. Ruby flask. Obviously, it drops. Maven's right. It drops 1, and that actually was more fragments than normal. It usually dropped me 1 and 2 splinters, but this one dropped 1 and 4 splinters, which is neither of this is actually decent. Yeah, the synthesize. The minion, it doesn't seem like it procced. I don't even know if this is actually a good mod for this. Yeah, this is minion. We have already this. So not a great drop, even though it was such high ones. But, it's just how it is, right? Our goal was just to do it, to see if we could do it. And we did do it, right? So let's put this in here. So we have a shaper thing in here. Another thing, as you can see, I have a bunch of shaper gear here. I was collecting it because right now, I gotta say, with Exalt being so expensive, it's worth doing the Exalt ratio. And in case you don't know, it's the same thing as the Chaos recipe, just influence based, but you need them all to be the same. In our case, since we're doing Elder Shaper and consistently all the time, I just kept getting all of their gear, right? So that's probably the easiest way to collect this. And then I was selling it periodically. And if you sell it un-ID'd, it's 4 shards. If you sell it ID'd, it's 2 shards. But un-ID'd is obviously the best. Most of this right now, nobody cares about since everybody's using Eldritch stuff, right? So this is the perfect time for this. So let's put this away. Yeah, as you see, I got more fights. I could probably do another feared. I will be trying to do another feared another time. But as you can see, we are at 29 Maven rights. I'm probably gonna run them and see what I get. But that's for another day. So let's go right into the gamble. Right, we're going to start with the stack decks. Right, big reason is, to keep the watcher's eyes for the end. I don't know. It's just that. So one place I like to open these is the menagerie. It's because there's a stash right there. It's kind of open space. You want to like really, really zoom in. I should probably put this stuff away. I don't really need this right now. Let's put that right here. I also wanted to do a breach ring gamble, but Tujin never ended up giving me enough rings. He gave me a lot, as you see, through all my Tujins I got. What is this? 24, 3, 6, 8, so 32, 86 breach rings. And in case you didn't know, which I didn't know for a long time, the breach rings that are 86 give you an 86 base, the grasping male, but that comes pre-fracture with one of the big mods being fractured, so you can get lucky. So let's just start. We're basically looking for the ping. Oh, I just realized there is no volume. That's my bad. I turned it off just so that I wouldn't have lag. There it goes. So this way we can hear a swing if it comes in. And the reason this is kind of like the fastest way is just because you just want to output all these stack decks. Okay, so we heard that. That's not the swing sound. That's basically what we're looking for. We're listening for a swing. That'll be the most profitable. Again, up another one. I think it's like a void card because it was like one. For things like this, it's usually best to just sell them. Right? It saves you on clicks, saves you on worrying if you get enough. Anything in the form of gambling is gonna be best if you have a large quantity. Oh, as you heard, there's a swing. We're gonna check it in a second. Keep opening all of these. There we go. We're gonna have a ton of cards. Oh, I already can't do it over here, so let's try here. Oh, hey Nanya, how's it going? How have you been since you've stopped streaming and just trying to avoid media? Ooh, enlightened. I mean, it's okay. As you see, my filter's not that big a deal. You just missed it. We did the fear. It was actually pretty easy. I mean, we have a lot of damage, so it gets harder only if you really don't have enough damage. You got all of them? Well, yeah, the online one probably doesn't count. I mean, it's gonna be a long playtime. Like the Final Fantasy games. I mean, I guess the story, if you just do the story, it's not too bad, but some of them with their side quests just take forever. I mean, if you're gonna try to like full complete it, it might be a while. Like I remember some of my favorites. I think there was like one with a Princess Ash in it, where it had like a boss with multiple bars that each was a full bar that was minimized and stuff like that. Yeah, the 12 one. Yeah, that was a lot. And I think there was one that was kind of weird. It was the one with lightning, where she went through different versions of her worlds, and you have to like slowly get the ideal ending of like something with Valhalla. And it was so confusing, and eventually I managed to do it. But yeah, that was like one of the weirder Final Fantasy games. And then I think there was a part 2 to it where her sister was looking for her. Oh yeah, that's literally the next one, yeah. And then there's a 13 part 2, right, or something like that, where her sister had to like find her. That one was pretty fun because it kind of reminded me a little bit of something like Ni no Kune, but it had like its own system of capturing and things like that. I mean, it's nostalgia. I wouldn't say they're my favorite games. I think 7 is probably my favorite. 12 was the first one I've ever played with. Like that's literally the one that I started with, which is kind of weird, but it just ended up there. And then I went back to the the original ones and moved up. I mean, this game takes just a lot of time. Like, even now that I'm basically done, right? I mean, my character is to the point where he's okay. The gauntlet is going to be tomorrow, and that's a 10-day event. So I'll definitely be trying that. After the 10-day event, I will be a little bit free. I will probably play different games. So if you, let's see, that's the first to the, I guess, 11. So after the 11th, if you have a game that you want me to try, particularly especially if it's free and it's easy to get, that'll be probably the best game. We can play something. I guess. To be honest, I don't even remember 9. It didn't give me too big of an impression. We keep accidentally moving when we're undoing the deck. I didn't hear a swish, so that's not great. We're gonna pick up all of this. I think we might have too much stuff on the ground, but I'm not sure if it affects it. Because if there's too much stuff, you actually can't even drop cards in certain spots. But we'll move to a different spot of here and here. Pick all of this up. Now this is my filter is just not that great. Usually you can hide all of this, like, or at least the majority of this. But yeah, I like to pick it all up. There we go. Let's put all of this in there. So far we got one swing for and 1/6 of an enlighten, which is actually not bad. Enlightens are very expensive right now. They've been expensive this whole league. Let's do all the rest of them in here. I gotta say, I think my favorite was like, yeah, level 7. It's just the storyline. In fact, the thing is, I think I like the weird. I don't even know if you call it a movie, where it's like Cloud and Seraph's rising again. Pretty cool. And they just had like those characters. And then I'm trying to think of a game that I've been there's Baldur's Gate 3 that I've been waiting for it to come, like, to be finished. Yeah, the Advert of Children, yeah. Where it's like 3 of them, but they're actually Seraph, and they somehow combine. I don't remember exactly how.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
It's kind of I mean, it was the first Final Fantasy. I don't even think there's any others, right? I think that was the first and last of the high animation. If that wasn't like a movie in itself, I think it was a movie though, because it was pretty long. And it had like a bunch of characters. All right, so did we open all our decks already? Wow, oh, we didn't get anything. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, so it was, yeah. It's not for the series, really? I kind of always thought it was. I mean, it had the characters. I mean, they had to at least, get permission if it's not from the series, right? So, anyway, let's move on to the Gwen and Gamble. Let's zoom out. There we go. So, for the Gwen and Gamble, we have, obviously, as you've seen before. Give me a second. I need to get the keyword. There's actually like a thing for it. I forgot what it's called. The rejects. Yeah. So it's just a site that allows you to choose things that you want to gamble, and that way you don't have to like manually search. It just generates a string. There you go. I got it. Oh, not playing on the first one. Okay, let's roll. We're basically just hoping for a unique. And whatever else. I have no reason to save the currency, so like I'm actually just IDing everything that goes up. So many. Yeah, the God of War games, by far my favorite. I mean, I'm just a big fan. Wow, there's nothing in those rolls. I'm a big fan of mythology, and it's nice to see a new take on mythology, right? Like, mythology doesn't change. There is no new mythology, essentially. So like, it's nice to see that game. Like when it came out, I was just blown away. I was like, "What? There is something like that." Ooh, no, low life. I thought that had like a ton of life. Oh, but this belt though, this belt I will keep. It has strength. It might be a good regal. We'll see. Oh, we forgot to sell this belt. Whatever. Let's put this over here. Yeah, the God of War games, even the new ones with Valhalla. I mean, again, Norse mythology.
What else do I have?
I really enjoy it. It kind of sucks that it just took him so long to make another part, and even then, it doesn't even connect to the first game supposedly. Right? So it's all new game. Oh no, Worm's fault. Terrible luck. So it's just kind of weird. Now you might be asking, why am I buying all this other stuff, right? But I think all the ninja garden. Uh, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of. I mean, I don't really know. Like, I remember that name, but I can't pinpoint the games. Like, it sounds so familiar though. And as for doing all the gloves and stuff, the only currency that you care for this is grand, and gloves and all of this is not grand, and the jewels are also not grand. They're exceptional, so you can
What else
do
do I
them
have?
same time. Saves you. ID them. We're just gonna try to get through this as quick as possible. It's unlikely we're gonna get anything, but streamer luck maybe is a thing. For the belts, I mean, it should be pretty obvious at this point what we're looking for, right? Mage Blood, Headhunter are pretty much the ones you want. For the jewels, I believe well, at least this jewel, right? It's not all jewels, but we didn't take the other one. It's supposed to be inspired learning and what do you call it? I forgot what it is. The thing that you put for Scion. It's in the middle. Unnatural instinct. There we go. The armor, some kind of armor. The gloves are like Gravebinds and Asenaths. The shield is the oppressor, or not the oppressor, the one that's not the oppressor, the fire.
Maybe I'll just shuffle these around
And
a
I
little
think that
different.
shield is for the aura bot shield. Yeah, it's on the side. I have never found anything this, and you really want like 2,000, 3,000. The odds are just not in your favor to roll those rare things. But even at those numbers, like you're almost guaranteed to get one, but you almost spent the exact same price,
What else do I have?
right? Like it's kind of like gambling, but you spend $500,000 on tickets. So you win, and yeah, you win 1,000,000, but yeah, half of it, and then you're going to get only 100,000, which is a form of making money, I guess.
Strange equipment at high prices.
Oh,
That's
shaper.
the
It also
beauty of
gives shaper
gambling.
stuff. So, oh, can't buy it. Yeah. Sell all of this. We don't need that shaper shield. Attack speed. Oh, yeah, it's also going to give us a jewel once in a while. Fine. We don't care about it. Then we put it in. We're not even
Maybe I'll
done
just
with the
shuffle these
first
around
batch.
and tell you they're different.
Gloves. The only problem with getting these big bases is obviously, they're big. They take up so much space. Like, we're already. There we go. Yeah, well, again. I'm pretty sure that Jewel is exceptional. We're actually going to run out of that currency quick.
I've got a
So
few
we're going to
more.
stop doing Jewels after we get that. We might buy the currency, but I don't know.
Better luck
Unnecessary.
next time.
I'd rather just, picking it up. It'll save me on clicks anyway. Nope. Oof. Oh, yep, I think that was the last Jewel. We're at 5. Exceptional. Armor.
I've got a few more.
Oh, can't. Yeah, I gotta remember now. And that was it. As you can see, not much can drop. It is pretty unfavorable, but it's like, especially you should be selling this part of the league because everybody's trying to gamble. So like, if you have them, you can probably sell it to somebody because they want to get a mage blood or a headhunter. I'm just doing it, because I don't really sell stuff like this.
Maybe I'll just shuffle these around
Like,
and tell you
I like the minor gambles that exist, and you know, when you get them yourself, you know, there's nothing wrong with buying it, but then you're going in for profit and stuff, and you're just like, oh, I definitely need to hit it, otherwise I've just burned money. When you find all of it yourself, you're like, well, I didn't make money, but I really didn't lose money, I guess, because, you know, you already put the effort into getting them accidentally, or how, you know, because it's RNG.
maybe I'll just shuffle these around and tell you that.
So it doesn't feel as bad, let's call it, when you lose gambles that you find yourself. Oh, we have a belt. Over here. We're about halfway. And I think we only hit like one unique item. So or no, two. I think it was both 2 belts. So yeah, as you can see, very low odds. Now, you know, some people could be superstitious. You want to try to stay in the inventory as long as you can. I mean, we don't have enough to be really testing this, so we're just gonna do it our way and just hope that we see, you know, bad uniques or good uniques or just I hate when it's like so long with nothing. Then, you know, sometimes you get like 2 belts in a row. That's the other thing about this. Oh, nice, 3 belts, and none of them are anything. Usually you start running out of these grand. It's usually suggested that you don't use them for, because you can also get Badge of the Brotherhood. Oh, nice, we got a unique. It's not, you know, Mage Blood, but you know, it's a unique. Okay. Ooh. It's an interesting belt. Life last recovery though is very bad stat. Alright, let's keep going. I just want to finish this and get to the Watcher's Eyes because I know everybody's waiting for them. Right, you can comment in the section down below and tell me if it's going to be a fail or a success. Oh wow, a Doriani. That's actually pretty quick considering the last conversion was a while ago, or like right now, and then for that it was like 100 ago. You gotta be careful not to roll over. So like clicking multiple times can be dangerous. Can't sell everything. Oh no, that's the idea. Now, from the feared, aside from, you know, doing it and trying to get Watcher's Eyes, and Battle Fates, you do get other things. Particularly, I get like a lot of Chayula stuff. I did get 2, or I think, yeah, 2 of the flawless Chayula Breach Stones. I also got the body armor, which, like, depending on the links, can sell anywhere from 50 to like several X. Right. You obviously get the Maven Right. You get maps. You could get synthesized stuff, but it's just super rare to hit. Same thing with the uniques. You can technically get a cool double corrupted unique, but just as, you know, a good unique drops rare, it's the same thing for finding a double corrupted one for the feared. It's just kind of there. I think it's because of Uber Aziri. Uber Aziri gives a free double corrupt, and it's just terrible. Okay, we're under 100. Belt. Hoping we see at least one more conversion to a unique. It makes a very nice sound. Like, or actually, I can't even make the sound here. We're gonna let. Oh, can't. Got it. There, good. Nope. This is okay. Oh, we also get some alterations here, which is nice. Nope, that's not the sound. Come on, one conversion. Oh no! I accidentally bought that. Did not want to buy that. Again, it doesn't affect the belt ones as long as we don't buy jewelry. Jewelry is the same exact thing. So like Badge of the Brotherhood is not ideal to try to buy when you're trying to go for this. And we do have Danning to give us more currency if we need to, like the grands and everything. Oh wow, we're almost out of grand, so he will help us a little bit, and hopefully we have enough. Because it seems like we're running out, which is a good sign. Technically, reduce charges used is actually an okay belt. And I like, how did you even catch that? I just my eyes are just focused on it. I wish I had some, ID scrolls so I can see it. Alright, so once, I mean that was close to something.
I've got a few more.
Once we run out of grand, we can buy some from. I specifically kept like 10 rerolls just so that I can buy the currency if I need it. What did you say?
Better luck next time.
Next time? You didn't even give me anything okay to say next time. Just convert one. Anything. No. Oh. Is that the... Yeah, that was the one that stopped us before. Oh, no, this one. It's gonna keep getting us. Let's put this one over here. That way we kind of know.
I've got a few more.
36. Come on, one more convert. Just one more convert. Convert. Come on, unique. Convert. Oh no. Convert. Convert. Something convert. Oh no, just blanks. Like a map. Or a map, like a oh wow. Nope. 56 strength. I just want one more.
You really must.
There we go. Worms Bolt. We got it. I was worried for a second. It was kind of not give us a unique. And of course, the fake headhunter, right? You notice that? Instead of giving us a headhunter, it's like, well, we'll give you a unique, but it can't be headhunter.
What else do I have?
And then we got 15 left. Oh, we're just gonna lose on rerolls. Oh, okay, so as you see, we ran out. This is where Dunning is. Grand. Wait, which one do we need? I think. Oh, no, Rog, Tuchin, Gwen. There we go. We could exchange for all that, but I think we don't need that many. We're just gonna exchange for like 900, I think, is more than enough.
Need something?
We can also do Rog. I mean, at this point, Rog is just for fun.
Maybe I'll just.
I don't think most of his items will sell. Like, it will be super. It would have to be like super good for it to sell. As you can see, this is why you don't want to do it on low amounts, but still did it. Alright, so let's sell all of this. Flask. Oh no, that's flask treasures used. Increase flask effect. Thing. Okay. So that was a bust, but we did get a conversion, so I like that. We'll try to regal this. Wow. It's not bad actually. It's an okay belt. I mean, it's this part of the league, you could probably buy it, but very cheap. But for just a belt like that, it's a very nice regal to hit. Okay, let's go put our regular. I like to do 40-40, and I keep this around because I was doing heist, and then I just never really stopped. We'll drop this in here, I guess. This one and this one. This will ID real quick. Doubtful that it's good. Also, I only recently learned this, particularly about the grasping males. You gotta be really careful, because unID grasping males that you could buy could be technically fake. But now, what you guys came for, the Watcher's Eye reveals is the last thing we're gonna do today. Though, before we do that, I guess we can do some corruptions over here real quick. I think these are the 3 ones that can be corrupted or something quick. 3. And I think for this extra projectile, this is just some kind of curse on him. Let's go. First one. Nothing. Ooh, temp chains. Nice. I don't know if this is worth anything, but still, temp chains. And I don't think that changed. Did it change? I don't remember what its implicit was. I mean, I'm pretty sure projectile deal damage means nothing, but whatever. It didn't hit. So this one is doing. This one is just garbage. We'll just throw it over here. Alright, so let's ID our eyes. Gonna start with the first one. They are 6.5 exalts, I think, for the third 86. This ones are 85, as you can tell. That means they're just 2 mods. I think that's like 1x for unID. So we'll see what happens. What's it? First one. Anger and purity. Probably nothing. I mean, it's cool that they're both fire. I like when it's kind of like that. Like it makes you think, oh, what if I make like a fire build that utilizes fire on top of fire? Wrath and Pride. I think Pride is just double damage you're really looking for. I don't think Impale is anything. And same thing for Wrath Leech. Double Wrath. This could. I mean, I don't know how many people are using double like Wrath in general, so I don't know. But it's double Wrath. This could be something. I mean, obviously, if you notice something, tell me. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody likes to watch un-IDs. I'm curious what will happen on YouTube, Hope maybe people will like it. Because, I mean, I like to watch gambles too, see something happen. Now, obviously, if you think, if anybody notices that something here is good, just, tell me if you can. This is garbage. I mean, determination. See, I was always curious, like, I wonder if somebody can make a reflect physical damage build. And, something like this would be great. And then Unaffected by Chill is a very nice utility type skill, but obviously not a main one. Clarity and Haste. I mean, cooldown, but it's a movement skill, so I don't know. I guess if there was like a mana stacking Flicker Strike, it would do something. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's big, but it's fun. Consecrated Ground, increased strike chance, ignite. Probably not. I mean, I don't know about crit strike chance. It might be okay, but the mod itself is not an expensive mod, so nothing. Purity of Elements, physical damage, and Grace for Suppress. This is a very defensive one, right? It gives you physical damage converted as another element, which is huge, and then spell suppression while affected by Grace, since most people typically are going to use Grace, Determination, Defiance banner. This is actually very nice, especially if you can't get enough suppression. So really okay, Jewel. I mean, I don't think it's worth much, but again, yeah. All right, I'll see you around then. Thanks for coming. Good luck with finishing all the Final Fantasies. It's gonna take you forever. But after the 11th, just hit me up. We can probably do a game, especially if you know a game that's like easy, quick to download, or particularly especially if it's free, it's even easier. Because I will be probably playing PoE a little bit less then. All right, let's move on to the next one. Discipline. Regenerate per second. Damage recoups as mana could be nice, I guess. Especially if you're taking damage into mana. You're watching me, Jin? Oh, hey, Jin. We're just unIDing eyes and guessing what they might be here from. Oh, well, I don't know if you're gonna have enough time for all that. I don't know, this seems like another defensive jewel. I keep getting, like, defensive. Defensive doesn't mean good, it just means defensive. Damage taken from mana before life and his shields. Yeah, it's like a bad defensive one. We haven't really got it. There we go. Okay, first one. Increased damage, hatred, probably not great. And again, determination, so this is most likely not, but I mean, it's an aura now at least. You want like crit chance for this, or extra damage, stuff like that. Purity of Ice, Purity of Fire. This is kind of similar to the Purity of Elements with, except, you got the 2 purities. It's okay. Again, defensive. Defensive is terrible. Precision! Gain a flash charge when you deal a critical strike. No. That's probably like a no. I mean, it sounds good, but you can just get the flask mod that gives you flash charge, but I mean it could be. I mean I don't know. I think Pride, Impale, and didn't we just get that one? I swear I thought we got it somewhere. Pride with Reflection. No, it's Pride, Wrath. No, okay, we did it. For a second, I thought we got them. Alright, so these were pretty much a bust. I mean, I'll obviously check them, but I don't think these were anything special. But we got 4 of these ones, the expensive ones. Let's separate them so it looks nice. Right here. Here. But yeah, an ID scroll under them. Oh, here, let's move one. Yeah, then we're going to put ID scroll right there. Each one is a super ID scroll. Okay, let's start with the first one. What do you think it is? What do you guys think it is? Is it awesome? Is it mirror worthy? Or is it complete trash? Oh god, it's pretty trash. Number one is malevolence. You can't really, it's not really usable with Zealotrix. It's crit. Yeah, I will. I mean, you will see it in a second. Precision again. That flash charge. I don't really know. I don't think it's a good since you can. It's not that important. Effects of consecrated ground linger. That's just more consecrated ground. You can just hit multiple times just to get more of it. Oh, somebody wants my fingerless gloves. Let's sell it. We're gonna need the money after we didn't make anything. This is just a base I found. It's like perfect, right? As you see, base 52. I don't know, 86. Like, other than if it wasn't for that, this wouldn't sell for 10C. Oh, what? Why is he? Alright. So first, watch is high. Pretty bad. Okay, let's move on to the second one. And let's go. Not great. I mean, yeah, it's not great. Yeah, no matter how I look at it, these are not the 3 stats of even the Mozzie one, right? From Anger, I don't know if you want Fizz converted to Fire. That's definitely not a good one. Blind from Grace, because I think Suppression is probably the best one. And Block for Discipline, because I think you want either the energy shield per hit, or something that gives you more recharge, not necessarily block spell damage, especially a low one. So that's a bust. Let's see the next one. Okay, let's do it fancy. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna go around, all the way around, and we're gonna come back in for it. Ha! Yeah, I mean, got the damage over time multiplier. That's really what the only mod from Malevolence you even want. Fizz converted to fire. I mean, that's not good. It's not gonna work, especially since Anger and Malevolence you really don't use together. Wrath probably not as well. So probably not, but I think this is the most expensive out of these 3 so far. And last one. Okay, we're gonna zigzag for this last one. And let's hope it's not a fail. Come on. Double Wrath Hatred. I mean, I gotta say, it looks good, but I don't think it's actually much. Okay, so again, it did not hit the mod you want for Hatred, right? Hatred typically is the crit. But, it's cold damage. Now, Wrath, Fizz as Lightning, right? It's kind of a weird one. I mean, you convert Fizz as extra Lightning, but then there's also the physical converted to Lightning. Maybe. I mean, I'll probably check this in the off times, but yeah, this was not a good gamble. So this literally proves to you that you probably shouldn't ID these. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, if you think these watches, like any of these watches sites are good, then by all means. But yeah, this is kind of, at least in my mind, proof of that. This is why you don't want to ID them. We could have sold them for gold. Let's just ID our Battle Face. Let's see what they rolled. Okay, we got a really bad one right here. 8 for increased, very low on the crit chance, very high on the reduced duration. I mean, it's almost like perfect. Oh, well, I just said about that. Alright, so, I mean, I think we can divine each one. Let's do just one divine on it. Like, neither of them could go worse. Okay, I kind of stand corrected. This one went lower. It was 8 before, it was higher crit chance, and the duration basically didn't move. Okay. Okay, let's do one more. I mean, I have no reason to keep this currency, so let's do it again. Okay, this kind of works. You know, that duration went down. It's 9%, 114. It's average. And this one, 137.8. I'm pretty sure it's just a percent one. The one we are using right here, which by the way I also found, and this is pretty good. I mean, if it hit that 10% on the bottom, it would be awesome. But I think it's very nice. It draws cards great gun, gives an increased chance. 15% reduced duration, which is really nice. I mean, at 26%, it's almost 9 seconds. Anyway, I think that's all of our gamble. I don't think if I have literally anything else. Do I? I mean, at the very least, I don't think I have big gambles left. Right. Jack. Also found like some fractured stuff. Might be good. I mean, I wish I had this gamble. This would be a pretty cool gamble to do, but I'll have to be at a different time. I'm probably gonna try to sell all of this and see how much I get. I do need to run all of these. I am dreading running 29 Maven, but tomorrow's Gauntlet, so that will be for another day. Same thing with the Fear, and then all of this. Oh wait, we can do the Void gamble. Do the currency gamble. I mean, these are like the most minor gambles now. Is there anything else? Oh, very nice. Or like could be super nice gamble. Nope. Okay, let's do this.
Just
Oh, that was a currency. Hit. Ooh, those chance orbs gonna come in handy, and those binding orbs. Okay, let's see what we pull out of the void. We pull out Celestial. I mean, can pull out worse. Like that. We pulled out worse. Alright, let's see what we hit with this. We go. That melee. Attack speed with melee at least, right? That's not bad. And complete conversion, and it's trash. We wiped it. Yeah, our luck is just non-existent right now. But yeah, and yeah, that's the game. I will try to sell everything. I have 165 exalts, even though I've been spending to buy cortexes. So I was at 150, and I was buying cortexes and like all the other parts that was not Uber Elder, and obviously I haven't sold the eyes. And I still somehow made money. So at the very least, running the Feared, and you know, just like you do with the Formed and the Twisted, you know, you run the maps and then you do the invitation and you run all of it. Generally yields profit because we have a few things that we could still sell. Obviously, the Bottle Faiths. We have where is it? We have 3 of these. The Chayula Flawless Breachstones. We got a few of these. Like, not bad. It's definitely profitable. Problem is you would have to actually be able to do it, right? That's the cutoff point. And then if you can also sell it, then you would be way in the green. Like, if anything is the secret to making money, it's probably this. Like, they're like saying, oh, do this small farm, do this small farm, and while out here people are doing the Feared and making money hand over foot on every single part, and they still can do things, right? Each of those Watcher's Eyes could have sold un-ID'd. You can get them in bulk if you run enough of them. And eventually you would find more Bottle Faiths. And like, we weren't even, like, those Watcher's Eyes were kind of lucky, but again, we ID'd them ourselves, right? And we bricked all of them. So for the Watcher's Eyes, to show you what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to take this tab, I'm going to put it for 5x. And we're going to see what pings. Oh, wait, no, it's got to be higher than 5x because Bottle Faith. Let's put it at 8x. Because Bottle Faith is 6.5. This will sell for 5x. Alright, so 8x. Anything pings, we sell it. Anything that doesn't ping is probably not good. I mean, I doubt anything here is 8x, but like, yeah. Let's just ID everything else. Got these gloves. These gloves? I think these are also craftable gloves. Oh, we got a bunch of these. And then I got a bunch of rings, ring. I do everything. I actually like this base, right? I need to look into it, but I'm curious what this base can roll. Right, and like what we're gonna have because it's basically a grasping mail, but without the monk. But it does have +1 all Val's skill gems. Right, it doesn't have to be in this garb, which is pretty cool. So I think this is removed if you try to make it Eldritch. So I guess this would be for influence stuff. But anyway, thanks for coming. If you stay till the end of the video, you see how much we lost, and hopefully because of that, you can give me a like. Maybe a subscribe. I mean, that's up to you, but yeah, painful, painful loss of money. We're not rich. Well, I mean, I guess we're kind of rich, but this is a rare instance. Like, if I lost all of this 165, I'm not gonna instantly be up to 165. This is not a consistent price of currency I can make. Yeah. As for the fear, I just saw as long as we moved, it was okay, right? Well, you kind of have to see it around. Obviously, our damage, traps just make this easy. Like compared to other builds. I've tried the feared. Well, I've actually completed the feared on other builds. It's just way harder. Like even I did it on an Essence Chain build. It's all about kiting and watching where you stab. That really is. There's so much ground effect, and in case of the damage, you're just hoping Maven doesn't heal. We got kind of lucky here. If Maven was healing, it still wouldn't be a problem because of our damage amount. But if we didn't do enough damage, we can easily lose because 5 of them constantly doing damage and stuff would be a problem. But gotta keep moving. Keep it moving, and you'll be fine. So yeah, thanks for coming. Let me switch my gear because I took off the Sanguinate for this. I like my Enduring Cry for difficult fights. I don't really need a Sanguinate that burns my life. And yeah, see you probably tomorrow. I'll probably stream it if I can. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.